Hello, beloved Cosmic Familia, and welcome back. This is going to be yet another freestyle session going into Oracle of Visions. I hope you guys in the US had a wonderful extra day off for Labor Day. Here we go into the Oracle of Visions. Out comes the number 25. Let's see, the number 25 as an angel number. Major life changes could be on the horizon, and that now is the perfect time to strengthen your sense of intuition so you can lean into trusting yourself. From the book, do not be misled by what you see around you or be influenced by what you see. You live in a world which is a playground of illusion, full of false paths, false values, and false ideals. But you are not part of that world. So we're being warned about having false perspectives. Physical interaction that would normally have provided all of our senses an opportunity for feedback and assessment is now increasingly being replaced by virtual alternatives. From email and texting to social networking, our relationships are becoming increasingly defined by virtual interaction that can distort and substitute reality. We can now create multiple new identities. How we go about quantifying people and events is now increasingly based on new paradigms that can provide a false perspective both for viewed and viewer alike. Well, now let's go into the Steampunk Tarot Pocket Edition. Tell us a bit more about this false perspective that the collective must know about at this time, please. The Fool, but in reverse. The Fool, but in reverse. For some of the collective, with the Fool in reverse, this is cautioning about finances, being careful about where you invest, And for some of the collective, this is a person who is non-committal, player type energy. And you're not really seeing at this time the danger that you could be putting yourself in. Or you could be presented with a financial opportunity that turns out that it may sound a bit too good to be true. For a small handful of you, you're actually dealing with a partner who is extremely immature. Not just non-committal, they are extremely immature. And the collective is being a bit too trusting and not nearly cautious enough. Some of you may even be feeling as though an opportunity to level up in your career has been blocked by someone or is being temporarily blocked. Somebody's been messing around with a bank account from the way it looks. Tell me a bit more about this Fool in reverse, please. Tell me a bit about this immature energy, non-committal. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Bankruptcy. Dang. Now is not the time to be gambling, beloveds. I can tell you that much. You're being guided to guard your finances, double, triple, quadruple check your bank accounts. Look over every transaction. You're also being guarded to avoid giving more than you can. Like, it's one thing to feel good about being able to give to others. It's another thing entirely when you are taking from yourself and depleting yourself in order to give to others. It's borderline reckless behavior to be neglecting yourself, Disclaimer alert, I'm not a doctor, this is not a diagnosis. But just be cautious of your finances at this time. And there's someone in the midst either trying to throw you off of a financial opportunity, or they are already messing with your money. Possibly overspending for some of you. Now, some of you, and I mean a small some of you, could be dealing with the type of relationship where you do not have access to the finances. And it may be due to a partner who struggles with insecurities and fears around finances and relationships. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. So I'm getting that it's not you, collective. You are making good decisions. And there is an offer concerning finances on its way. And somebody has been blocking it. Or it could just be a situation with somebody, not the person themselves, trying to block this opportunity. But otherwise, this is a relationship that's fueled with possessiveness and control. Like one is jealous and possessive, the other is codependent, clingy. But for some reason, there's this insecurity involving money and relationships. You're being guided to break free from this rut and be more proactive. Some of you, these relationship concerns involve a partner who is holding on to past concerns and fears around relationships and finances. Holding on to regrets that they had with another. So they're closing their heart off a bit, but they're also closing off their pocketbook. Focusing too much on the bad experiences within material relationships. But collective, you are on the winning side of this situation with that Six of Wands. And right behind that Six of Wands, we have the High Priestess and the Knight of Swords and the Two of Cups. It's time for you to start considering your choices more carefully. Trust your intuitions. Archangel Michael is here for protection. Some of you are being guided to start making some secret money moves here. Learn from these emotional situations that have been rising up concerning material relationships. There's more to be learned from this. There's going to be an opportunity presented to the collective where higher ideals are going to be presented to you, and you're going to follow your intuitions. You're being cautioned to avoid impulsive decision making at this time, and that is why I said that there is more that needs to be learned from this situation that you are in that is causing a temporary delay in this financial blessing. I'm hearing that something is screwing up your credit score and making it look lower than what it actually is, and that error needs to be remedied in order for the true numbers, the true figures to show themselves. And then upon that realization and upon that error being remedied, then this financial windfall will be able to come right. It'll be able to come right through, like electronic funds transaction within minutes. It'll be done, finalized, so on and so forth. But this is where you're also being guided to keep a closer look at all of your accounts, because for some of you, they are being hacked or tampered with in some way, or somebody is manipulating a situation in some other way. Another account holder is allowing somebody else access to those funds without your approval and authorization. So yes, review every document, every statement, review everything. And if someone is resistant in having this discussion with you, if it's like a joint account or joint matters, and if they are resistant to keeping you up to date on these statements and these finances, then that is your sign to be a bit more concerned about them. Be cautious about them. What are they hiding? Who are they giving to? Who are they providing for without your consent? Legal consent. Feeling guided to go back into Oracle of Visions for a bit more on this person, place, thing, or situation that is wrongfully manipulating the collective's finances. We have the number 46. Resonating with the qualities of generosity, humanitarianism, new beginnings, loving and caring character, and happiness. Ooh, I like the sound of that. A suggestion from the spirit guides that if you want to realize your desires in life, you should have a confident outlook. You should only request for assistance and direction from these divine forces is as a reminder from the angels that they will provide you with all the support and encouragement required for attaining your objectives in life. According to 46 meaning, you have a kind heart, which is a great gift that you possess. But this message is also warning us to not be too kind to those who are only out for themselves and to manipulate and be non-committal and to hoard the finances. We're being urged to do great things to others just as we would do to ourselves. People feel safe and loved around us because we are a friendly and loving individual. Use your gift to ensure that you draw more people closer to you. You have always had a generous heart, willing to give even the little that you hold so dear to your heart. Angels love it when we help people who really need help. The divine realm is happy with us because we are on our way towards achieving higher purpose in life. Connections, putting the pieces together, coming to conclusions. To the question of your life, you are the answer, and to the problems of your life, you are the solution. Quoted by Joe Cordair. A young woman sits on a bridge, a physical and metaphysical connecting point between here and there. Her identity is initially concealed, not only to us, but also to herself. She is, in essence, finding her true self. She reaches out to gather pieces of a puzzle, and with each one finds clues and discovers more about herself. Each of us attempts to make sense of our place as we search for connections and relationships with others. Gradually, despite failures and experimentation along the way, an image starts to take form. Increasing clarity manifests itself from the initial confusion. The process is self-reinforcing and often becomes easier and accelerates as more pieces are added, each finding their corresponding place. Eventually, a point is reached where everything comes into focus and starts to make sense. So this is why we are being guided to take more time, because there is more to learn from these situations. More to learn in terms of discerning who truly needs our help and our energy and who doesn't. So we're also being guided to put a bit more into ourselves. Let's go back into Oracle of Visions. From what I can see here, it's not the collective that needs to do a bit more discerning in terms of material needs and relationships. But let's see one more card from Oracle of Visions. Putting more into yourself in ways that are cost friendly and not putting out as much to others. We have the number 15. Farewell, goodbyes, and closure. Forever and forever farewell, Cassius. If we do meet again, why, we shall smile. If not, why then this parting was well made. William Shakespeare and Julius Caesar 5.1. This card portrays a farewell, which might be a final parting or a temporary goodbye, a tragic loss, or simply a turned page, could be leading to a new future. The woman's sober expression gives us no clue as to the content of her envelope. A farewell message, yes, but one received or to be given. The rose suggests a possible lover's separation, but is it a final goodbye or a temporary one until next time? Either way, as any airport scene will demonstrate, departure lounges tend to be sadder than arrivals. The birds flying in the background suggest that a return is in the future. Our lives are a constant flow of farewells to people, places, and things, some with regret, but some with enthusiasm as they are replaced with new options. So, yet another bless and release type of flow that is going to be necessary during Virgo season, going into hermit mode and doing a bit more pruning as well. Many bushes actually require their pruning to be done in August and September. So both in the physical and in the spiritual, some pruning is necessary at this time. And for some of the collective, this very, very well could be a person who has not had your best interests in mind in terms of finances and how they are distributed. And upon realizing that and realizing that you're not going to get anywhere except into more financial hardships, it's time to go. Some of you can be going to pay a bill that didn't get paid. Some of you could be ending a legal contract with a business or a romantic partner. But with us being guided to take more time because there's more to learn, let's see what that is about with the Steampunk Tarot. What more is it that we are meant to stick around and learn? The Page of Cups. It's important to discuss your feelings with those around you. And if that's not something that you're doing, that may very well be the reason why things aren't getting resolved and why you're being guided to stick around, because there's more to learn from this. So a message coming through for some of you, this is a love letter, and the Page of Cups is confirming that. Notice that they're both holding objects in their hands, and they both have objects flying over. So this is a message that some kind of love that you are putting out is going to be returned. A new person is going to be entering your life, whether it's a friend or otherwise. And it's safe to share your feelings with them. Even if you have to write it down, do it the old school way and write a love letter. Or do some journaling and then hand it to them. This is quiet love. Friendly, a bit introverted. A safe and comfortable kind of quiet, though. Not that tense and uncomfortable, disorienting kind of quiet, like when you're being ignored intentionally. That, oh no, we're not talking about that. The Eight of Cups. So, for some of you, this letter is going to pertain to you choosing to leave a painful situation behind. For others of you, this is a departure letter just so that you can go on some kind of quest. Like, I'm getting like spiritual quest kind of vibes. Setting out on a spiritual quest to answer some questions, some burning questions about your lineage in hopes for more spiritual fulfillment. either way, you're going to be returning from wherever you're going here. And for some of you, this is also like an inward search, going inward to search for answers, doing some spiritual cleansing and meditation. But it's organized, like you're going to set aside an allotted amount of time, maybe a week to 6 weeks of solitude, or just saying, hey, this is my time, I'm going to my sacred space, do not disturb, do not disrupt, and then you go do your inner work. Distraction free. So definitely focused on eliminating the distractions so that you can focus more on what's important. You are loving and caring in all aspects of your life. So you're being guided to have a more confident outlook. Do that pruning. It's that time again. And balancing professional as well as personal lives, as we're being required to stay humble and keep things simple at this time, beloveds. And it's that inner wisdom that we find upon going within that enables us to win at life. Patience will go a long way. And the attitude of gratitude will enhance us. We're being guided to not take things around us for granted and be grateful for the little things. Even those that do not impact our lives in a major way. And I'm getting that part of the reason why we're being guided to stick around and take a long, hard look around is because there is a need to learn a bit more about compromise. Be the better person and get ahead of these situations. And then we will be able to accommodate all manners of people, be it romantic, personal, or otherwise. And that's what I have for you, beloveds. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Much gratitude and appreciation as always. I certainly hope these messages find you well. Brightest blessings.